Hello, it's Elizabeth at Arden Creative Studio, enjoying this beautiful weather we're having before the rain comes. I'm just going to finish my cup of tea and then I'm going to head upstairs to my workroom and create using the new page starters collection. Fantastic if you're looking to start scrapbooking and you're not quite sure where to start. It's a helping hand to get you on your way. The collection's in stockist now, locally to where you are, and if it's not, give them a poke, get them to order it. Okay, I'll see you shortly in my workroom upstairs. Bye. Okay, so let's get to it. So the Page Starters paper pack is exactly as it says. It's a great way of starting a page. You've got double-sided, decorated in a style to frame your photographs, so you don't have to do too much thinking about it. Just choose the layout, whether you want a double spread, circle in the middle, one big picture, whatever you fancy trying, they're all there for you. And as you can see, they're double-sided, so they are patterned to coordinate with. Now, to go with that, you've got a solid paper pad as well in all coordinating colours in 2 tones of each. So those are great. So I'll be choosing a page from here, paper to coordinate, and then I'm going to go through and decide which ones are the dies I'm going to be using. We've got lots to go at, and these are sized for going on cards as well as scrapbooking. We've got tags, we've got pennants, banners, and we've got the stamps, which I'm definitely going to be using those. We've got the ephemera pack, and as always, they are fabulous. I love the ephemera packs. And the laser cuts are another go-to for me. Absolutely brilliant. And I love the colours in this collection as well. We've got rub-ons, we've got stamps, more stamps, and these are split up. They're not all one big stamp, so you can play around with those, and then more florals. So I'm just going to decide which papers I'm going to use, and I shall be straight back. Hello, we're back again. So I've chosen to use the Postage Essentials, and I've used the square inner and the outer to create mats and layers for my pictures. I chose the green and pink from the solid paper pad, and I've alternated. So I print out on a Canon Selfie, and these are quite small. I think my photographs are roughly about 1 inch square. And I've just found a couple of the rub-ons that I want to add on. I've done one already, so I'll just add another one on. Decide where you want it to go and pop it down. And with these being such tiny pieces that I've cut out, they fit nicely onto this little stamp shape. Just keep hold of them, don't let them slip while you're working on it. And you can check if you just lift it up carefully. There we go. And that's beautifully down on there. Oh, how rude I've not introduced you to Daisy. Daisy is one of my rescue pups, and I've had her 10 years now. So I'll put that one on there. That just made me think of a selfie. She didn't take the photo herself, although I'm quite sure she could. She's very canny, very clever, mischievous. Okay, let's see if that one is done. There we go. So we've actually got writing on those now as well. So just pop those out of the way. And what I want to do is I've chosen a large picture of Daisy that I need to mat. I've chosen a couple of elements that I quite like the look of with the colour of the photographs. Nothing too strenuous. So I know I'm going to be working up here in this section. I want to add a little bit of stamping. So I've chosen one of the floral elements from the clear stamp set. And these are the wispy stems. I think these are fabulous. So VersaFine ink pad. Try not to get it all over your hands. Good start. And I'm going to, I don't want too much black up there, but we'll have some. Oh, where's that come from? little bit of tape snuck on there. That's the static. Okay, so I just want some popping up that direction. And I think I'd like a few more in this direction as well, so I'm going to do another one. So that's it. It roughly frames what I'm doing. So I'll pop that one down there. Okay, so just going to clean up. Okay, so I've just tested roughly where the larger picture of Daisy is going to go, and if I pop my flowers here you can hardly see any of the black, so I want to add a little bit more on, so I'll just move those out of the way. And I've got the other stamp from that set from down here at the bottom with the florals on, and I'm going to add that one onto the bottom. So ink up the stamp again. I'm going to do one of those down here at the bottom, going off the page, and that takes me down in a triangular kind of shape. And I'm going to do another one of those at the top and a little bit further across. In fact, we'll do that there. Bearing in mind most of that is going to get covered up by embellishments. Okay. I know it looks like there's a lot of black on there, but please bear in mind most of that's going to get covered up. Now, on the bottom of here, I think I want to stamp one of the words. So I've chosen awesome because she is. Okay, right, lid on there. Make sure we've got the word the right way up, and I'm going to pop that down at the bottom of there. Perfect. So that is now ready for one of my layers, and that's actually come from the embellishment pack. Okay, so now I have a plan, sort of. Now I've decided to swap out the colour scheme, and I've gone for the peachy pink flowers with the hint of blue. And that's the great thing about using these laser cuts and also the ephemera. You can play around until you're happy. So I'm going to be totally ruthless here, and I'm just going to go whoosh and chop it in half. So let's see where we want these. I want to tuck one behind up here. In fact, let's just do it. Let's do it. It's paper. Okay. So I'll pop one down here. I've already popped double-sided tape on the back. And let's just work out whereabouts we want this one to be. So kind of there, down it goes. Okay, so I've matted the bigger picture of Daisy onto the double-sided, and the opposite side is a beautiful light pale pink. So I've gone with that one. I'm going to leave that one as is. I was actually going to edge around it with a pro marker just to give it another border. So I'm just going to line this up. I'm being careful not to catch anything behind. Okay, just want to make sure that I'm in the right direction and that I can fit that one up there. So I want to be round about there. Okay. Come on, tape. There's always one end that won't come off. All right, let's try and get this as straight as we can. There we go. So Daisy is down there. Now, let's just double check. I think I'd like that one up there, these two down here, and then because we've got some blue into the flowers, I want to add blue in different places, so I found some more of the rub-ons. And I'm unsure about adding this tag on now. I don't know if I actually need it or not, so I'm going to leave that to one side for now, and I'm going to stick this one up there. So this is cut out using the new stamp die, which is absolutely brilliant. And we've got a rub-on there with selfie, and we'll pop that one down next. Okay, so we'll have a going at a jaunty angle that way. I love the colours in this collection, they're so pretty, and they are so on trend as well, with all the peachy tones and the blues. So we'll pop that one down there, and then I think we're going to have the butterflies down here. So as the old faithful, lolly stick, take the back off. I cut through the backs as well just to keep them safe on the desk. I don't want to lose anything. So now you can see it doesn't look quite as, that one looks a bit odd with the backing on. Now you can actually see it as it will be. Okay, let's see how this is going. Forgive my hand being in the way, just need to make sure that is all done. And the smaller one as well. Oh, I need to cut my nails, they're too long. So where do we want this one? We'll have it there. The rub-ons are so easy to use, they're not like the rub-ons used to be. I've had rub-ons years ago that I ended up gluing, having to glue them down because they just would not transfer from the backing sheets. Okay, well, there's a little bit missing, but we're not precious about that, that's fine. So that's where we're up to. I still don't know whether I actually need this tag or not. I've not made my mind up, so not sure. Part of me wants to call this done. Part of me wants to put something else on, so let's see. Okay, so decision made. Anything that's left on the desk is going to get used in another project, and that means these as well, because these are little frames from when I cut out the stamps earlier, and I just can't bin those. I need to make something from them. So all the embellishments I've been undecided about, I'm going to do something with. Now, I've changed my mind again with this, but did I tell you my star sign is Libra, so I have to weigh everything up. So I found a stamp with friends on, and I quite like that there. I found another strip, and these are in the laser cut embellishments, that fits on there. So I've changed my mind with my sentiment, and I'm going to go with these two before I change my mind again. And that's the great thing, when you have these embellishments, you can play around and you don't have to commit until you actually glue it down. You can test things out, whether you like it, do your layout, take a photograph, rearrange it, take another photograph with your phone or whatever you use, and then decide whether you like it or not, whether you want to commit to it. Now, we've got butterflies here, so I'm going to have to add another butterfly at the top because I love butterflies. And as you get to know me, you'll see there are butterflies everywhere. So again, this one's popped out from the laser embellishments. And I'm going to call that done. All I need to do is just to pop a little date on there and maybe do some journaling on it. But I'm very happy with that. So there's my living in the moment. Daisy, 100% happy. Selfie, love you. And we are friends when she wants something. All right then. See you again soon. Bye.